All right guys, so we're back again today with another ECOVACS mower. Now, if you guys are looking to save yourself some time, get some time back in your day, and not really have to mow your yard at all, and even trim your yard, then this might be the mower for you, all right? I did review the other two, the 2000 and the 3000. Great mowers. What I have today is the O1000. Now, this mower is a little bit smaller. It's gonna be a little bit more for your average homeowner. It's gonna be falling into a better price point for you guys. So I'm gonna break it out real quick. This is the ECOVACS GOAT O1000 LiDAR Pro. So this is going to be the smaller model of the 2000 and the 3000. It's going to do a little bit of a shorter footprint as far as grass cutting, but pretty much all the other options and capabilities from the other models are there. All right, so it's still going to have the string trimmer. It's still going to have the blade system, the 360-degree hollow scope on there. So I'm very excited to go ahead and get this one going. Again, this one is also all controlled by the app. No RTK station, which is a big improvement from last year's model where it did have the RTK station. We're gonna go ahead, get this unboxed, and we'll show you guys what's in there real quick. So here we go. All right, and here we are. We have our ECOVACS GOAT O1000 here. This is very much improved from last year's model. This one doesn't have a dial on top to control the height cut, which I think is great. Everything, again, is gonna be app-based, which is awesome because I do think that their app is absolutely perfect. So, again, you have your string trimmer right here on the front, which is great. Your 360 hollow scope right here on the top looks absolutely amazing. And then on the bottom, underside here, we have our single blade system with 3 blades on it. And then our string trimmer right here coming off the side, and of course our wheels here that can handle some pretty hefty hills. So if you have some hilly areas, this will be able to handle that without any problems. So as well as you have your power supply, and it also comes with some replacement blades and your spikes for docking station here. So everything that you need is in the box. It should be set up and ready for you to use without any problems at all. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get this set up real quick. I do need to put this docking station in place. We're gonna find a quick place for it. All right guys, so here we are with the machine. It is set up right next to the A3000 over here. You can see it's definitely a smaller machine, much smaller footprint. But again, it's gonna be designed for people with a little bit of a smaller yard, smaller areas, definitely, you know, normal probably houses, where this is gonna do a very large amount of space. So once you get the machine on here, you're gonna go ahead and scan a QR code down here at the bottom of the machine. It's gonna ask you to put in a PIN number on the machine so that way nobody can steal your device and take it from you. So you go ahead and put in a 4-digit PIN. It'll start to pair to your Wi-Fi. You'll name the machine, and then it starts doing kind of some firmware updates and downloading and all that good stuff, just kind of getting updated and all that. Once you're set up there, you immediately can start go ahead and mapping your lawn. It's so simple and easy because with this 360 hollow scope here on top, the machine will literally map your yard all on its own with no need or help from you. So we're gonna go ahead and start mapping. All we're gonna do is hit start mapping. We're gonna set up the map boundary. And then you go through kind of the couple of different prompts that it has here. I'm gonna skip through these just because I've done this multiple times now. And then we're gonna go ahead and hit mapping tips, get through those. And now it's just kind of detecting the robot here, and we're gonna get going. So it's gonna back out. So now the robot is backing out, so we can go ahead and get started on our mapping project. Once the robot has stopped here, you're gonna go ahead and set your starting point, and you use your phone here to kind of select the joystick app on here. And so you kind of see how I turn left and right, the machine turns left and right. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna back up just a little bit here and get in a good starting point for the machine. So we're gonna go ahead and hit start right here. This is gonna create our starting point, and then we're gonna hit start mapping. Once you're in there, you can go ahead and hit auto, and the machine will just auto map for you. So pretty kind of cool. You just gotta make sure there's no like big ledges or anything there that can kind of obviously disrupt the mapping process. And you go ahead and hit confirm and start auto mapping, and the machine does its own work. So let's go ahead and let this kind of finish up. So what the machine does is it actually utilizes its 360 hollow scope and the front cameras to see where all the grass is, and it's just gonna go ahead and do the outline for us on our yard. So literally no work for us to do. It does it all, and it does all the work that we need for it. So it's gonna go ahead and navigate around and see where that grass is. And we're doing nothing. It's hands-free, guys. So I mean, I'm holding the camera with my other hand. It's hands-free, doing all the work on its own. So now who is this machine really kind of designed to? Well, it's designed to people who don't want to do any of this work. I mean, look at the machine. It's doing everything for us. We don't have to do anything. And the best part is it has a string trimmer on it. So a lot of those mowers out there, those robot mowers, you can get a nice cut, but you can't get the string trim afterwards. So you're still gonna have to come out there every now and then and do some of the work. This eliminates any of that work for you, all right? You set this machine up, it's gonna do the cutting and the trimming for you. You are literally taking so much time back from your weekly yard duties to go ahead and have this machine work on your yard. So you are going to get so much time back to yourself to be able to do whatever you want to do. I mean, it's doing everything that we need it to do right here. Look at this, how it's doing it. I'm not touching anything. It's doing all the mapping all on its own. And then all we have to do is hit a button and mow. So ECOVACS made a one heck of a machine, especially now adding the string trimmer on. I already liked last year's model. These models are even better. This one, again, fully integrated with the app, no RTK station. Everything does exactly what it's supposed to do. So we're gonna go ahead and let this finish up mapping, and then we're gonna go ahead and jump on over and do a quick mow, and then test again the string trimmer and some of the obstacle avoidance features on the machine, and then kind of go over some of the features that are inside the machine and the app as well, just so you guys can get a good deep look at what you're buying. So I'm gonna let this finish up, and then we're gonna jump right on back in. Once you finish the mapping, it's gonna tell you, congratulations, you finished mapping. Way to go, guys. You didn't do anything, the machine did it for you. But you can go to map editing. You can change a couple things here. You can do some zones, some low avoidance zones, some no entry zones, and mainly kind of create all of that with your machine there. And I just have straight grass, so I'm not gonna really do anything here. We're gonna do some set mow preferences because I think that's really solid. First one's gonna be change the direction of mowing. I like doing vertical stripes here. We're gonna do some vertical stripes today. And I do like to change the mowing direction on a weekly basis. I think it's good for your lawn. It's good for its growth structure. You're supposed to change your mowing direction pretty regularly. So I like to do that. So I'm gonna keep that on there. We're gonna do kind of a delicate moving speed. We're not gonna do too quick. And we're gonna drop this down to just under 2 inches. Obstacle avoidance. I like to do short just because that means I'm getting the most out of it. It's gonna see a lot of the smaller things are in the grass, and because I have kids, they leave toys, they leave things out there, so I wanna make sure that it sees things that are pretty small and can avoid them. And we're gonna go ahead and be done with that. Set the adaptive boundary. Now this was a new feature on the mower. Basically what it does is anywhere that you have maybe a spot that is a little bit difficult, so like I have this rock area right here. This area, the machine can sometimes get caught in here. And so what is good is that you set this adaptive area here and you just kind of drag your finger along it, create a little bit of an extra buffer boundary so that the machine cannot go into there and won't get itself caught. So I like to add that into there so that way we don't have any issues with the machine getting stuck, because that can happen. It's a robot, it's not perfect. It does get stuck sometimes, but when you set that adaptive boundary, it doesn't happen, because it knows to give it a little bit of a buffer and give it some extra areas. And then you can set your trimming boundaries. We're gonna trim the whole thing. Maybe you have some areas where you don't need some trimming done, so you can kind of set those trimming boundaries, and then you're good to go. You can go ahead and go mow. And then from there, it gives you a couple reminders. Keep the grass under pretty much 4 inches. Just helps the machine really kind of do its job. These machines are definitely designed to be more of a maintenance style machine. You don't want to have 4-inch grass and take it down to 2 inches. Obviously that's bad mowing etiquette anyways, but you want these to run kind of regularly, every other day or so, to keep that lawn looking really good. Because it doesn't have a bagging system, it mulches back into lawn and also gives your lawn nitrogen fertilizer from your existing lawn. So it's really, really good. So next up, if you want to go ahead and create a schedule, you totally can. I think it's also best to go ahead and create a schedule. Anything you want, you just drop it in there, add in some time. You do mowing, select your mowing area. We're gonna do obviously on, and then the time that you want to go ahead and do it. Again, like I said, these are made for maintenance. You want to run these every other day or so, because that way it's going to maintain the look of that lawn. It's going to make it easier to clean up. You're not going to leave clippings all over the grass every time that goes in mow. So you want it to run every other day or so. Other than that, let's go ahead, get this thing mowing. Okay, so to start mowing, you go ahead and swipe over on your app. You go ahead and hit start. We're just going to do an auto one, and we're going to go ahead and let this baby do its thing. So I'm going to just kind of let it mow. I'm going to show you guys, how quiet it is, because it is incredibly quiet. Let's take a listen though to what the machine sounds like while it is mowing. So that's it. I mean, it is incredibly quiet. You can mow really at any time of day and it's not gonna be any issue for your neighbors, for anybody else. I mean, you could have this thing go at 6 a.m. if you wanted to. Nobody's gonna notice. You're gonna come out there with a fresh cut lawn, and your neighbors are all gonna be extremely envious that you don't have to do it and it looks good. and they're still gonna be out there mowing theirs. And because it has just one single blade, it's gonna overlap a lot more than the 2000 and the 3000 does, which obviously is by design because it only has 3 blades to cut with. It's gonna overlap a little bit more just to make sure that it does do a good job. So the machine is doing its job right now, doing a nice little mow here. You can kind of see it. You might be able to see the difference. It may not show up well on camera. It looks pretty sweet, doing a good job. You see those lines in action there. So looking really good as the machine does its job here. What we're gonna do before we go ahead and jump over to the string trimmer though, is I'm gonna do some obstacle avoidance with 2 different items here. The first is gonna be kind of this kid's baseball tee here. A little bit larger item, should be very easy for the machine to get around. And then kind of a challenge it, we're gonna go with this small watering can, pretty tiny here, you know, no bigger than my hand really. And so we're gonna see how well the machine does avoiding that. So we'll see what happens here. You see it slows down, turns around it, very good. Excuse my shadow, and right on around it again and continues its path. Exactly what it's supposed to do. It does a great job at it. We're gonna go ahead and toss the tee. I'm not gonna put the tiny little watering can here, my daughter's watering can. I'm gonna put it right in its path again, right there lined up. Let's see what happens here as it comes up to it. Slows down. The brush of the trimmer actually just kind of barely touches it, but goes right on around it just as it's supposed to do. I'm gonna do it one more time right here. So now it's placed again here, kind of on line with it again. Let's see what this one does. Let's go left or right. It's gonna go that way again. And this time the brush entirely avoids it. So really good job by the machine there to recognize where it is, get around it. I mean, it just does exactly what it's advertised. So super small items, no match. Can't be touched. So, you know, that should give you some confidence. You know, if you have kids on the lawn, pets on the lawn, small toys, things like that, the machine's gonna be able to avoid it. Now, obviously, when you mow the lawn, you wanna make sure that all that stuff is typically off. But, you know, hey, we're busy, we're parents. You know, it's really good that the machine is able to recognize those items on the lawn, avoid them, and continue doing its job as it's supposed to do. So, again, with that 360 holoscope and the AV cameras up front, it's able to recognize all those items and definitely avoid them and continue doing its job as it's supposed to do. So very impressive. We're gonna go ahead, let this finish up, and then we're gonna jump right on over to that string trimmer because I'm excited to see that one work again. All right guys, so the mower has finished its main mow. See some of this here, really nicely cut up, very, very good, very nice and fine. And all this is gonna go back into the lawn. It's gonna feed your lawn, so it's gonna keep your lawn looking good. And with that, this machine definitely has a smaller battery life as compared to the 2000 and 3000. It did do about 1,000 square feet here without any issues. It had about 25% battery left when it went ahead and docked. You know, ultimately it did a decent amount of space in a good amount of time. This isn't meant for massive amounts of space. It's meant for, you know, smaller yards, smaller homes. Your average home is pretty much what this is going to go ahead and be able to handle. So it did exactly what it needed. Still had 25% battery left before it charged up, and we're gonna pull it back off and then go ahead and get some trimming done. This is kind of some areas I wanted to do some trimming. You'll see it's pretty thick. There's a lot of areas here that are pretty thick and need to get trimmed down. So I'm gonna bring the machine over. We're gonna do some trimming and see what they look like afterwards. So let me bring it over. Let's get to work. Seeing the string trimmer work, it does, you know, what it's intended to do. It is a little loud, obviously, than the mower. That's, you know, a typical drawback, but I don't think that that's any louder than, you know, the regular string trimmer you're gonna have. It's probably, if anything, quieter than a normal string trimmer. So overall, just an exceptional piece of machinery. All right guys, so let's talk about the trimmer. Now I put it through some pretty thick areas. Probably didn't set it up for success, but let me show you this area over here. This was pretty thick, and this is the after. I mean, it did a good job getting all of this cut out. I mean, this is all cut down. You can see, you know, obviously the string trimmer line right there. So it's doing its job, it's cutting. It didn't get it all, you know, it's thick. It's thick stuff. Again, you can see it in here, it's thick. That's not what it's designed to do. It's just not what it's designed to do, obviously. Again, over here, you can see that string trimming line. It did get some of this here, but again, extremely thick stuff. This is probably one of those situations where you're gonna need to go through first and really cut this down and then have the machine kind of maintain where you want to keep at. I went over here, again, you can see really nice It's cutting, it's string trimming. This is where it's at. Again, too thick. It's just too thick. It's not the machine's fault. It's really not. It's doing the job that it's designed to do. Look at all this. Look at all that it's cutting there. So it's doing it exactly as it's supposed to do. You're seeing it all right there. Again, all the way through here. Everything is nice and clean. No grass up here. String trim line, you can kind of see it against the house. It did a really, ooh, look at that nice spider. Did a really good job though, you know, going all the way through. So you have to cut through a lot of that thicker stuff first and then have the machine maintain it. It's just too thick to really, I let it go. It's my own fault. It is what it is, but it does work. You guys can see that it worked there. They are maintenance machines. They're going to maintain your lawn and keep it looking good on a regular basis as long as you set it up to do so. So that's my review of the GOAT O1000 LiDAR Pro. Again, a wonderful machine, a little bit more cost effective for you homeowners out there, and I think it's just gonna be an overall better machine for smaller lawns, smaller homes, and it's to be able to do a lot for you guys. So I will put a link down in the description below for you guys if you guys are looking to go ahead and get yourself one. And that's really all I got for you guys today. It was a wonderful machine. Get one down in that link below, and as always guys, go out there, make it a great day, and I'm gonna see you guys on the next one.